James with Fargo Moorhead Therapeutic Massage. Today we're talking about a couple of the modalities that I use in the massage sessions. So a couple that we're going to demonstrate here on Justice's forearm is cupping. That's become very popular ever since I would say Sean Phelps had all the cupping marks on his back, which kind of look like little round bruises. And so we're going to talk a little bit about why we use cupping and why you get those marks. And so basically we have two different kinds of cups that I use here, which is a silicone or rubber cup and a glass cup. And both achieve the same thing. We use a lotion that we put on the skin basically to create extra surface friction. So I'm going to apply some of that here. And for all cupping, for the most part, we find areas of tension, trigger points or muscle knots, we call them, is what we're looking for. And so on the forearm, of course, there's a lot of common areas that we get on the brachialis and sometimes with tennis and golfer's elbow and some of the attachment points. And so the rubber cup, what we use is basically just pressure like this and put it on. And as you can kind of notice, the skin sucks up. And this is all the connective tissue, some of the muscle, and increases blood flow, which is why it looks so red in there. And so this particular one, we can use it like this and leave it in place, or we can lift it up gently and kind of move it around. And that covers more area then. And basically what we're doing here is loosening up the connective tissue and some of the muscle. Basically we have lots of multi-layers underneath the skin, and those layers tend to adhere together, creating tension and muscle knots, just friction amongst them. So that is basically the rubber silicone. We call that dynamic. And so I use these a lot on the back, throughout the neck, places that maybe we don't want those red bruise marks. So these ones do not leave any marks. If you look on the skin here, there's like some increased blood flow to it. Basically just kind of red streaks, and that does resolve relatively quickly. So with the glass cups, basically if we find an area of tension just by feeling through, kind of feel some muscle knots, just place that on, and we use this gun to kind of suck it up, release it, so it's now under pressure. This particular one I usually leave in place, but I could lift it up and move some. My hands are kind of slippery from the lotion, but you can slide it down some. And so for this, we leave it in place for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, depending on if the client is new to cupping or not. I go less time if they're new to it so that we don't over abuse the body. And what they say is a cup left in place under pressure for 5 minutes is equivalent to about a 30-minute deep tissue massage. So they're very effective at loosening up those muscle knots. This does cover about a 4-inch circumference all the way around the cup. So one cup here would cover just about the whole forearm. And so then to release pressure, we basically just pull this and it comes off. And you can see a little bit of the red mark. We didn't leave it on very long, so it's not going to be very prominent. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.